Good afternoon, YouTube. It's going to be a slow day today because of a crappy night's sleep last night, but we are up here checking on a new mountain range that I haven't visited before. And would you believe, on the way up, we've got Sonoran gopher snake on the road. He was crossing the road right in front of several houses where there's a bunch of barking dogs who would probably use him as a chew toy, so we have gone about a quarter mile up the road to make sure that he ends up in a more safe, suitable location. This is just a young one, but he's being quiet, as they often are. I've noticed Sonoran gophers are usually pretty mild animals. Beautiful, pale patterns on this guy. And of course he'll get much bigger, but we're just going to make sure he gets off the road and goes up somewhere a little safer than right next to barking dogs. Alright, so we're probably going to be taking a short hike or two out here before trying to cruise back behind the mountains. There's one gopher snake out, though. There's definitely got to be other things out. So, fingers crossed we can locate them. All the ranges here. So I'm heading that way. I'm hoping that maybe the rains have already passed through where I'm going to drive, and that'll bring stuff out. You can certainly imagine in these hills, well, that rain's going to bring out the reptiles there, but in a lot of cases there's not too many good ways to get to those mountains. Handful of back roads that my car doesn't reach. Fingers crossed there will be something on the passes that I'm going over shortly. We got a snake here, and it is a young gopher. Alright. This gorgeous little Sonoran gopher crossing the road. Just checking out my hand, trying to see if I am a threat or not. Glad to see the snakes are moving, though. Whoops, come here. Ugh. Just a little guy. He's smaller than the one we saw earlier today, but that's a start. Now, hopefully, we get some other species out on the road tonight, and hopefully a couple of new ones if we're lucky. Alright, come here, sir. You are so squirmy. Look at you. You're so pretty, though. Alright, we'll make sure you get safely off. Alright, without fail. There's our nice big Atrox. Hey, you. Where you going? He's going away. Alright, we'll have to record him quick here. Alright, it's not the greatest view, but there's our pretty Atrox there. Poking around in the bush. Not too heavy about the fact that I'm following him, although he hasn't made a sound yet since I haven't touched him or anything. He has chosen a difficult place for me to get any photographs, though, so we may just have to move on and see if we can't spot another. At least we've got our classic Atrox on the board. Beautiful snake. He's not too bad a size, too, and pretty pale pattern, interestingly. But there he goes. Might see if we can get another photo here in a sec. And we'll see if we can get a little... There we go. He's pancaked up all nicely there. using the phone camera so we can see them a little better. Beautiful atrox. Got a snake.
Pretty big one or no?
Not very.
No. Bigger than the one I just saw.
Well, I saw a 4-footer earlier, but
More up or?
off that way.
Oh, okay.
But not what I'm hoping to find tonight. Alright, at least that was one person who wasn't interested in killing the snake that we saw. It's just a young down back here. Not entirely sure whether or not this is a good location for him though, because it's right next to a bunch of houses. But not really a lot of places we can put him, so we're just going to see if we can scoot him as far off as we can and hope nobody else bothers him either. Alright, just for grins here, we're going to try the West Texas trick real quick, since we've got this big, nice cut of rock over here. And of course the species that we're looking for are ones that don't necessarily cross open road very often. So maybe looking on the side, we'll have better luck. Got him. All right. Would you look at that? Beautiful. All right, what a gorgeous little snake. Looks to be maybe a young female actually, but beautiful desert king snake. Seems on every New Mexico trip that I make, I always find at least one of these guys, so hopefully we'll find a few more as well. But what color on this one, huh? It only just barely shows up on the camera here, but he's got a little bit of, or she has a little bit of a yellow tone to her. Brilliant black head, lighter sides, dark on the back. So with any luck, this little one will grow up to be a big, beautiful 4+ foot adult. And if it is female, as I think it is, produce many, many beautiful babies. Got some really interesting dark color on that tail there too. Look at that. Gorgeous. All right, we've gotten photos. We're just gonna make sure she goes out where she's safe. All right, what is this guy? Oh, a teeny little night snake. All right, let's get a photo before he leaves. Got this guy S-ing up. We're flattening his head and flattening his body a little bit in defensive posture. Look at that. Just like their relatives, the hognoses. He's so cute. Look at that. He's so tiny. Okay, sir. Whoops. I'm gonna lose ya. Just a little guy. He was probably born last year. He seems to be doing pretty well. Another kind of pale coloration to him, but standard Texas night snake. Pretty little guy. Let's just make sure we get him across the road here. There's quite a bit of moisture out here, so hopefully there's quite a bit else that will be active as well. All right, there you go, sir. Whee! And that wraps it up for day 2 in New Mexico. Still missing out on the main targets that we were looking for today, unfortunately. But luckily for most of them, we still have a few more chances through the week here. It was nice though. Already got the king snake, albigate find there on the board, so that was cool. Tomorrow we will be heading back up into the nearby mountains, hopefully finding montane king snakes, ringnecks. There's a special garter snake that I'm going to be looking for, hopefully. We'll see if we can turn one of those up. But until then, if you enjoy watching the educational videos and such, wildlife adventures, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the black bell so you don't miss anything coming up. Make sure to leave a like, comments underneath the video here, questions if you have them. If you'd like to see more, I'm always posting photos and video tidbits on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, etc. at Carlton Carnivores. You can also visit my website, carltoncarnivores.com, where the database and the blog have information about the animals and plants that I work with. If you'd like to help support the channel in ways more than just watching the videos, you can buy some of the plants or merchandise and such at my website shop. You can become a donor, a supporter at Patreon, or you can also donate at Ko-fi. The links for these things will be in the video description below, but until next time, I'm Hawken Carlton, and this is Carlton Carnivores.